Hello. Hi. Well, good to know it's actually gone live. It's been a while. Apothecary Diaries mentioned. Yeah, I just binged this entire show. I don't know why it took like 2 years. Maybe I knew that I needed to like wait so that I didn't have to like deal with any cliffhangers or anything. Okay, we have to log in. Ugh, there's so much stuff to do with this. What is this? Brick. Hello. Which step am I on? I think I'm still on the filling in all the flat colors stage. After this stage, I will add lighting and textures, and then I will start rendering. I would say this is about 50% done. I estimate around 6 more hours, 6 to 10 more hours on this. Yeah, you should save this series for when you have time to binge it, because I guarantee that you will be like, you will want to not stop watching it once you start. What is this layer? Nothing. Very cool. Ten hours is a lot. Well, it's nothing compared to the 40 hours I spent on like the freaking Penacony drawing. That one was actually hell. Yep, it's summer now for you students, so time for anime. Okay, so I want to draw some climbing flowers here. Let's see. Lakan. This dude was so sus when he first appeared, but now I'm like, okay, fine. You're chill. What? Where are all my references? I can't find my references. I have like 2 million tabs open. What's funny about this specific illustration is that I knew that I wanted it to be like set somewhere, like modern AU set somewhere, so I literally just like went on Google Street, and now this person's house at 3310 Clay Street, San Francisco is gonna be the setting for this illustration. I once spent 3 months on a drawing. You know, it's not the worst if you had fun. Okay, here it is. I want to draw a honeysuckle vine on the building. How much of the 40 hours were after? Great question. Let's see if I can find the actual recording. Okay, so this is the speed recording for the Penacony. And this is where I revised everything. So I would say around halfway. So it took 20 hours to get to this point, and then another like 20 hours to decide I hated that and I was gonna redo it. I didn't have fun drawing it, but it came out nice. So I have to love it somewhat. That is so real. Like, that is like all of my illustrations. I'm like, I'm having an awful time, but once I'm finished, I'm like, wow, I'm so proud of this. Time to do it again. Honeysuckle fine. Yes, I use Google Maps because I feel like things should be set in reality, and I don't want to use someone else's like photo of their like flower shop or their house that I can just find on Google, because chances are it'll be very generic. And like, the best thing is to go outside and take my own photos, but I don't want to go outside, so the best other thing to do is just to go on Street View and walk around a neighborhood that I think is cute. Can you find a good reference? These look like they're going to be annoying to draw just because it's like very stringy and the shape is not a good shape. I want to do climbing trumpet flower plant because these are somewhat cuter, but I'm trying to have every plant in this drawing be somewhat medicinal or have like properties where you can eat them or use them to make something, because that's the whole point of this entire show, is to use like plants and poisons and whatever. And honeysuckle is an edible plant, so I should just do that. Climbing honeysuckle. Plants are such a struggle. When I draw plants, I suddenly remember what it is like to be an art beginner. Because I don't know what's happening. God, these photos are so low quality. Okay, I'll just use use that one then. Whatever. Man, I started stream because I was like, I'm having such a hard time motivating myself to do this, and it's because I don't want to drop plants. Did I make a Valley comp for this? I did not. I'm just winging it. Honeysuckle. All I have to do is draw a bunch of little flowers. Hello, everyone. New. I should post on Instagram that I'm streaming, but y'all, I delete that app. Like, I will post something and then delete it and then re-download it when I need to post like one thing. So I would have to download it, and I don't feel like doing that. What drawing app is this? This is Photoshop. Even though I was sponsored by Clip Studio. I still love Clip Studio, but I like Clip Studio for certain things and then Photoshop for certain things. I feel like I'm placing these flowers in a really stupid way. All my friends are there. Where is there? What does Photoshop have that Clip Studio doesn't? Photoshop has better color editing on their adjustment layers. For example, Clip Studio doesn't have selective color, which I use quite a lot. And Photoshop has Kyle Webster's custom brushes, which I also use a lot, and these don't really function the same in Clip Studio. Hello. Thank you. Apothecary Diaries. I think I didn't watch it for so long because I knew I would like it. because protagonists like Momo, I'm like, okay, this kind of main character is just catering to me. She's like the solo leveling for women like me. Power scaling Momo. Adobe is awful, this is true. But I'm not really paying for it. So, if I had to pay for it, I would not use it. Or I would pirate it. I would never pay for Adobe. Oh yeah, Photoshop also, I like the fact that you can add borders to things. For example, like if I didn't want to do line art for this, it is really easy to add all sorts of effects to it. So one that I see a lot of people doing is adding stroke. So you don't have to do line art. I know you can do this on Clip Studio too, but it's just a little bit more of a hassle and there's less options. I don't know if I want line art on that. It's not cracked. It's just like I'm a student right now, so I can use my student account to access it for free. But when I was younger, I would pirate it. Let's see. You have a nice voice. Thank you. Hear that often, somehow. Okay. Flowers. Hi, QR code. Hey. Couldn't get used to the controls. I customize all of my controls to be the same on every program I use. The only thing that throws me off is that L on Photoshop is lasso like this, but L on Clip Studio is lasso fill. So when I'm on Clip Studio, I get distracted. I like, for example, L is this on Clip Studio for me. So sometimes when I just want to lasso something on Clip Studio, I suddenly make a block of color and I'm like, well, shit. Have to reprogram myself every time. Yes, if you know you're gonna like Apothecary Diaries, just watch it. The second season is coming to an end. 48 episodes, everyone. 48. You're gonna be so spoiled. This is similar. It's similar to the modern day Oran High School Host Club. Just their dynamic. Except I think Momo is way more of a Chad than Haruhi. Doesn't this guy already have a wife? No! Who is his wife? Do you like the dynamic between Jinshi and Momo? Yes. I find it quite funny. I need more women who, like, are unfazed by the Rizzler. Cause when I watch like romance anime, it feels so. I just can't relate to anything that's happening. Like all the girls are like so cute and reactive and emotional or cutesy uwu, and I'm like, I basically need like Kaguya from Kaguya-sama, but in a romance anime that's not about like love is war. Thank you. Thank you. I am trying to focus on the colors because after I binged Apothecary Diaries, I looked up opinions on it on Reddit, and lots of people are like, oh, what's the big deal about this? It doesn't actually look good. It's just the colors that are good. And I'm like, well, the anime does look pretty good. I was actually surprised by how well animated it was. But if this person thinks that the colors are the only reason why it looks good, then that's actually a huge deal, because it means that, I mean, they thought so hard about the color design. Which I guess most shows don't? Question mark. First 2 episodes. What happens in the first 2 episodes that would make you think that Jinchi has a wife? Why did I make Jinchi take off his coat? I don't know, thought it'd be cute. This Jinchi and Mama went through like 3 different iterations of me just trying to make them look more and more cute and casual. Let's see if I can find some previous ones. So this was one version. Where he had a longer coat and a bag and she was like planting seeds. But I feel like I got really irritated when I was working on this because I was like, it's so like personality-less. Like they're just standing there. I don't like, it doesn't really say anything about who they are, their dynamic, so I scrapped that. And then I resketched it, them to be cuter. I just want them to be cute. My top 3 anime, regardless of genre, Probably Soul Eater, Haruhi Suzumiya, and I have to think about the third one. I have not seen Kino's Journey. Is that the one where the character's like riding a motorcycle? We can look at my anime list and see what's on there. When is my next con vid? Well, my next con is Anime Expo in July, so it'll be that one. Only 3 this year, because I kept getting rejected, guys. I got rejected from like 10 conventions, and then Anime Expo threw me a pity invite off the waitlist. I was like, I'll take it. Yay, start watching it tonight. That's the whole reason why I do these fan arts. I just want to convince people to start watching things. I hope I convinced some people to start watching Naja. Damn, made a mistake. You know, honeysuckles, now that I'm looking closely at them, they're wider at the bottom, so now I have to go fix every single honeysuckle to be wider at the bottom and not tapered. Damn it. I have, well, I do obviously know of SVSS, but I haven't read or watched anything, any Danmei aside from Modo Jushi. I don't even know how to say that, and I'm Chinese. I think that I tried Heavenly Blessing, like the anime. I didn't really make it till the red guy appeared. Maybe I should keep watching. But it just takes so much commitment Like, these things take so much commitment because they're so long and they're so involved and there's so much lore. And I definitely watched like The Untamed and everything when I had a lot of time. Read the fanfiction. Should I just read the fanfics without like like reading the actual thing? Okay, can somebody tell me what all the different Danmei are? Like, there's the SVSS one. Like, what is the... And then what are the other ones? Aside from the Untamed slash... whatever it's called in English. There's Heavenly Blessings, and that's different from SVS question mark. I went to Barnes& and Nobles the other day, and I picked up the latest, like the next light novel for Apothecary Diaries. In the same section, they were heavily advertising the fish yaoi. I was like, should I do it? Should I read this? I've been seeing this fish Danmei all over my Twitter. But I'm too scared to see what's going on. There's Heaven's Official Blessing, SVSSS. That one with the red and white guy, the husky and the white cat. Like, is the one with the red and white guy different from... I thought that was... What are the ones you said? I need to look this up. Like, this is the red and white guy. Heaven's Official Blessing, SBSSS. Oh, the green one. Okay. What is this one about? Oh, Scumbag System. It's... Okay, it's Isekai. And then... Yes. There's one more with a red and white guy. What? The red and white Danmei. You mean this one? I mean, it's not really red and white. It's like black and white. It's the same author, yes. I am aware. I wonder how you get there, like, as a person. You know what Apothecary Diaries is like? Apothecary Diaries is like one of those webtoons where it's like, I was an ordinary girl and then I got killed and now I reincarnated into ancient China and I'm an apothecary and now I have to like figure out how to survive in the palace and avoid the crown, like the eunuch Jinshi and whatever. But it's not an isekai and she's just a Chad. I kind of like that. I don't really get the point of like why we need to reincarnate. It's kind of like how I want to start reading that one Chinese novel that I can't remember the name of, but it's people compare it to Orv and it's getting an anime and the trailers look really good. Damn, what's it called? Let me find it. I'm sure I saved it somewhere. Not link click. It's like a steampunky aesthetic. Lord of Mysteries? Yes. Everyone's like, it's so peak, and I feel like I believe them. I believe it. And it looks insanely good. However, this guy gets isekai'd into being really cool. And I'm like, is there a point to being isekai'd? Is there a point? Why can't we just have a protag that's like just him? Anyway. Does he use his pre-isekai knowledge in the current story? Does his past identity influence? He's not isekai? This is not an isekai? I'm okay with isekai if there's a point to it, but like, where like your past knowledge or your past identity has something to do with what's happening, but if it has nothing to do with it, then like what's the point? Isekai Protag has to learn about the world from zero. Yeah, I guess there are like two camps of isekai, one of which is like, I know what's gonna happen, I have to course correct, or they just get dropped into a random world. Campfire cooking in another world. Dude, I don't want to say too much, but I see some crazy art from this on Twitter. With this guy and the wolf. Is it Yaoi? Damn. Is the wolf like a guy or is he just an animal companion? The Masterful Cat one looks pretty cute. Is anyone watching To Be Hero X? The only anime I'm watching this season is Hero X, Lazarus, and Apothecary Diaries. But next season is about to get crazy. It's like they saved all the good ones for summer. I think they always do that. I think I'm done drawing individual flowers. I don't want to do this anymore. I think this has to be above the background lines. Okay. Now I have to draw vines and leaves. Yippee. How? It's Lazarus. Lazarus. I thought the premise was very interesting. think how good it will be will depend completely upon how it wraps up, like the ending. I'm enjoying it, but I don't have like very high requirements for how good it is. Damn, I should have drawn the vines first and then drawn the flowers off of the vines. Oops. You're baited by the black and white dudes on Hero X. That is true. I kept seeing posts about them, and my friend was like, you need to watch Hero X, you would love it because there's like hero villain yaoi in it. And it was like barely there. But the rest of the show is still pretty good. Do I watch American cartoons? I do not. I haven't even really watched like American anime style cartoons. I watched a bit of Superman and Lois because I was in my Superman phase. But then I was like, you know, Batman will never appear in this, so what's the point? So I stopped watching. An Isekai manga where the MC has to kill characters who came from other worlds. That sounds similar to an anime that came out a few years ago. Which hero designs are my favorite so far? Well, so far there's only been like 3. I don't know. If I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be Nice. I did watch all the trailers. And I think it's the type of show where you don't have a favorite, you just like watch everything happen. I don't like Isol. Well, I'm fine with him. I'm fine with that guy. I'm just like a little bit tired of like the trope of like, so far every single hero has had this trope where it's like, ooh, I have this girl slash boy that I like, and they will be a reflection of my life as a hero. I don't think Queen will have that. Hopefully not. She looks crazy though. I don't like, I was watching the trailers for To Be Hero X, and you know, it's watching the anime, it starts out so normal. You're like, okay, superpowers and superheroes exist in this world, but they have like, you know, normal powers that are plausible. And then I watched Queen's trailer and some of the other people's trailers, and they're like causing like apocalyptic level like power stuff to happen, and I'm like, is this the same world? Like, are we in some sort of like fantasy, like fate universe now? And then in the latest episodes, you see Queen, and she's just a high school girl. And I'm like, how did we get here? I think I need to be using my brain a little bit more about what's happening in this image. Oh my gosh. So the manga you're talking about, they were not like fictional isekai characters. They're like actually characters from other series. That's so funny. They have balls though. That takes balls. I don't know about this. Have you seen how much they butchered Orv? Yep. I mean, once they announced that Minho was going to be Junhyuk, I lost all hope. That man... I'm a bit of a hater. I've never liked anything he's in. What is American Orb? Oh, you mean how they had guns? Yeah. You recommend BoJack Horseman. Have you guys watched my husbando video? In that video, our bud Anthony Poe said he would sacrifice it all for BoJack. I think I watched a little bit of BoJack Horseman with my roommate. But I think if I had time to spend to watch something, I would choose to watch something else. Are you guys discussing what cities the Orb characters would be from if they were Americans? Well, Junhyuk is a famous streamer, so he would have to live in LA. That would be so funny. Los Angeles e-boy Junhyuk. Kim Dokja. He's giving like Midwest emo. I'm only saying that because I grew up in the Midwest and he's supposed to be us. Need some water. Florida man. I could see it. I have friends who live in Florida and I have no idea why they would do that. And I feel like Kim Dokja would be like that sort of person. It just seems like a self-hating thing to do, so that tracks. No, honeysuckles are usually yellow. It might be cuter yellow because it's like less high contrast. I think the red is too distracting. Have I seen BSD? I watched Bimbo Stray Dogs when it first came out, but I haven't kept up. Here's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like to me there was a lot of yaoi, but everyone was a bottom. How many hours have I been working on this? I have no idea. I could check my screen recordings. I would guess 10 to 15. Colors of the flowers are too vibrant. Don't worry about it. I will make sure everything works out. We're still just filling in the flat colors. We haven't even like gone to lighting or anything else. I watched Alien Stage. Of course I've watched Alien Stage, but I feel like I cannot be as fanatic as some people, or like a lot of people are. I think if I was in high school, if I was younger, I would have been so into it. But now, I'm not. Oh yeah, I've started reading S classes that I raised. You know what sucks is that like when you start looking at a different reference than usual, and the flowers look completely different. These flowers are pointing upwards, and these ones are pointing downwards. So like, who do I believe? What do I do? Anyway, I'm just gonna add the leaves, I think. dropped in a ghost story. Look it up. Anyone ship Fide in the chat? I have something on my mind. Plans are looking great. Thanks. I hope so. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck is happening. No one ships Fide. It's fine. I'll just keep this information to myself. But I read possibly one of the best fics I've read in a very long time the other day, and I feel like if anybody ships this ship, they need to read it immediately because it's actually not that popular yet. Okay, so here's the context. Fide. What will happen if I just Google Fide? Fine on my day. Fine on in my day. When I first started shipping this, well, let's not expose myself too much. But I was like shocked that most people thought that Finon topped. I was like, what? But then I understood. I switched sides. I started agreeing. I saw the vision. This is the first time I've ever switched sides. But anyway, that's not the point. I've been trying to find good fics for them because the tough thing about gacha games and ships and fics is that every update you learn something new about the characters and their lore, so like the fics just keep changing and updating, and like the old fics are no longer like up to date with their dynamic and the characterization, so it's really hard. And Finon in the game, he won't shut up about Maide's body. And that seems to be a running gag in the fanfiction also. So a lot of the fanfiction is about like how hot they are, and the entire plot, even if it's like a longer slow burn story, it'll be like, oh my gosh, his indestructible body is so hot, and I'm like, their entire bond can't be built on the fact that Maide is hot. It just can't. He is, but like, Where's the emotional damage? Like, I feel like there's so much potential for angst, and I haven't read too many fics that like do the damage. But I found this fic. I gotta log out so I don't expose myself. It is called Into Fields of Gold, and it is like a Greek AU sort of Iliad inspired, and it's 50,000 words, and it's posted in one chapter. That's how you know it's gonna be extremely good. By Stormy. But when I found that, and it only had like, it had less than 700 kudos, and I was like, okay. But the writing in this fic is so good, I couldn't believe it. I was like, God has gifted me this. I'm not even religious. Who wrote this? Who the hell wrote this? And I was basically just looking for the type of fic that's like gonna tear your soul out, stomp on it, rip it apart, and then put a little band-aid on it and then give it back. And that's exactly what it did. I was like so happy to be sad. My favorite fanfic author that I met at Anime Boston. So this person is that author is Katra. I didn't share this because she has been writing a lot of smut, so if I pull this up, like, it'll just all be smut. And I'm like, okay. But I really liked her, look at all that smut. I really liked her Ayato and Toma characterization. It was like some of the best Ayato Toma characterization in the entire fic game. I haven't really been reading her other stuff just because I don't care about ABO. I don't care about like bangin' and goonin'. And I don't really I'm not into shipping Aventurine and Ratio or reading like Kave Thumb fics, even though I do like them. I just don't like reading the fics for them. So I haven't been reading her other stuff, but I can guarantee that her Ayato and Toma stuff is on point, so everything else must also be on point. Also, I keep thinking that Kave and I'll hide them, and Ratio and Aventurine are literally the same. I cannot separate these two pairings in my head. I mix them up so much. My favorite Genshin ships. It's been so long since I played Genshin. I logged in the other day and I pulled C3 Ayato because they have that Inazuma banner up And then I left. I was like, my job here is done. C3, my boy. I don't know if I have any. Like, I'll just ship the ship that they feud us in Genshin for each region. And that's why Natlan is flopping. No ships. No men. Did you guys see? I think they leaked Varka, and he looks exactly like Aventurine. I was like, what the hell is this? Ain't no way. Favorite Yuri ship? I think the only Yuri I've watched... Madoka doesn't... Does Madoka count? They're just... I just really like the existential, like... What the hell are they doing? I also liked Bloom Into You, I think. Because there was like a canonically ace character. And I was like, that's pretty banging. Like she was either ace or arrow ace. And I don't remember. Yeah, she probably turned out to be Demi. That would make sense. Kokomi is peak. Who is Ace? There was this anime that came out a long time ago called Bloom Into You. Wow, when did this come out? 2018. But anyway, it's like... Is it Yuri? It's like romantic, kind of. I don't remember anymore. But anyway, it's about like she's struggling with like her like romantic and sexual feelings, I guess. Play Cookie Run Kingdom. I can't. I can't. I watched Link Click Season 1. I have not watched the rest. I will watch the rest eventually. Season 2 was the same thing happening from 3 perspectives. Ain't no way. It's the Chimera Ant arc all over again. Thank you, cute Fox Corner. These flowers are too big. It's awkward. Too numerous. I'll fix this later when I'm thinking harder. Everything will be fixed in the render. I firmly believe this. I just need to get something shitty down right now. Bye. Have a good day, guys. I have about 1 more hour, and then I'm going to the circus. I've never gone to the circus before. And then I might be back at night, because we are so far from like finishing this. The circus will probably be filled with families and children, but I must go. I made that video where I redesigned my OCs, and half of it takes place in a circus, and I've never gone to one before, and I feel like that is an issue. So I just hope I don't contract any diseases from all the children, and that I have an interesting experience. It's just a local circus. I hope one day I get to see Cirque du Soleil. It is not Cirque du Soleil, but I do watch like all of their live streams and videos and stuff because they're really cool. I'm gonna go get a snack, so I'll put a quick BRB. BRB for like 3 minutes. you watched Milligram? I have not. What is that? Something like Alien Stage. I guess I did watch this one a year ago, but I haven't watched the rest. But I'll check it out. Oh, thank you, Rosalind. Rosalind. You know, why is it that every time I look at a reference photo, these plants look different? I'm looking at this one now, and these leaves are round. These are round leaves. But this is the same plant, and these leaves are pointy. What is happening? These look kind of shriveled out, so maybe that's what's happening. So maybe they are round and then they dry up. But do I draw round leaves or pointy leaves? I don't know. Will Honeysuckle fans be angry at me? I don't think so, but I just need to know. Bye, Mars. Thanks for hanging out. Chat is finally quiet, and I can lock in. It's hard to concentrate when everyone's arguing about yaoi. Okay, I need to add some more plants down here. I'm gonna try to find medicinal plants. Ooh, these are cute. You're supposed to use these in salads. Interesting. Okay. I will do these then. You finally found your people. Hello. I just stopped to look at this and there's like so many flowers. Oh, decide if this is a good or bad idea later. I hope nobody's watching on mobile. It would look like I'm doing absolutely nothing because I work so zoomed out. Oh, thank you. Bye bye, Fox. I have an event at 4 p.m. in 2 hours. But I might be back later tonight. Took you a minute to realize I was drawing flowers. Yeah, I'm just looking at my stream preview. It's like, you can't even tell what I'm doing. My professor's giving me shit for this. He's like, you need to draw bigger, Lexon. I was like, what if I like drawing small? So detailed. Thank you, Yasashin. In the next phase, I'm going to put lighting over everything and nuke all the detail. And then re-render all the detail. I wish I was one of those artists who could just like visualize a painting in its full from the get-go and not have to like put in all the detail. And just like draw the light where the light's gonna be. But I can't. I have to do it this way. Thank you. I hope it looks awesome. I've been procrastinating. I usually procrastinate when I know it's gonna look good. I know it's gonna look good. I think I can turn off the sketch layer now. Okay, I have all the basic elements now. I think I will start adding light. But first I'm gonna add a cat. What does the cat look like in this show? Kitty! you guys know I got a cat? YouTube doesn't know I have a cat yet. I've only posted it on Instagram. Let's see, I want to put a cat here. The cat will either go here or here. You just got a cat too. How did you obtain this cat? Your cat loves feet. Yeah, I almost named my cat Mort because that, what, like Madagascar character Mort who loves feet. I mean, he sleeps on my feet every night. And it's kind of unfortunate because I like to move a lot when I sleep. What should this cat be doing? She wouldn't stop meowing. Did you go to a shelter? Just a baby. I think it's cute when cats have their tail up, so I kind of want to. It's kind of awkward though. What is he doing? Yay, shelter cats. I also got mine from a shelter. I got him because he unsettled me. I took one look at that cat and I was like, I don't really want that in my house. And then I got him. Maybe I'll make him stretch. Never watched or read Apothecary Diaries before. Is it good? I like it a lot. It is similar. I said this earlier on stream, but it's like if you had one of those webtoons that's like, I was a normal girl who died and got transported to ancient China and now have to survive in this palace with my skills that I know from real life and not catch the attention of blah blah blah. It's like that, except there's no Isekai and she's just a Chad. I was thinking about, like, you know, if this was an isekai, it'd be so easy. It's basically like if a nurse or some like med student died and got transported to the past with all her medical knowledge. I also like it because this guy's like a Rizzler and she don't give a fuck. And I kind of prefer that dynamic. This is not how a cat stretches. Why did I draw this like this? If I draw this cat stretching, you'll see his ass. So maybe not. Apothecary Diaries is like Ouran High School Host Club, but China. I fear if I draw this cat sleeping, you wouldn't really be able to tell. Oh, maybe it'd be cute. Let me see. Cat sleeping. Yes, if you loved the dynamic in Ouran High School Host Club, I think you will really like this show. Kitty. I want to draw a stupid looking cat. She hates Jinshi. I kind of saw that. It's really funny. All I know, like, the only things I've heard about this author are, like, iconic. Like, did she get, like, jailed because she didn't pay her taxes? The editor. Damn, the whole team is busted. Oh, how the hell do I draw cats? You love her aunt. Who is the aunt? Just gonna go with this cat for right now, and then I'll change it later if I hate it. He's hard to write. I could see that too. He seems to have a lot of issues. Calico Kitty. Mao Mao is the main girl. Yep. You love the cat. Thanks. He was supposed to be a side character. It's just his fate. I do wonder at what point that, like, they made that decision though. Like, that means in the beginning he didn't have this intense backstory or whatever, but everything in this story is so interwoven. You gotta wonder like how much was planned. Nice change of pace from doom scrolling. I sure hope so. I have to turn on stream when I want to concentrate too. Because when I'm just working on this alone and I don't want to do it, I will just like pull up either like streams or like I will literally watch Among Us streams or Valorant streams and like completely divide my attention, and so I'm not even like thinking about what's happening like on the canvas, and I can feel it rotting my brain. I really can. So I turned on stream because I'm like I want to concentrate. Or like I pull up a really long YouTube video and once it ends, I spend like an hour looking for the next YouTube video instead of like just drawing. Cat. Okay. I'm ready to think about lighting. It's so dumb how this only comes up now. Why can't I think about lighting earlier? Lolan. I genuinely did not see that plot twist coming. I won't say anything about it in case there are people here who haven't watched it. But, I mean, after that, I went on Reddit and I looked at all the posts that are like, oh, it's so obvious. But it was not obvious to me. I was like, holy shit. I did not see that coming. It's been a while since I've been surprised by a plot twist like that. Art stream. I won't say anything. I did read the remainder of the novel for this arc anyway, because I needed to know how it ended. And I'm kind of curious how they'll adapt the things that are coming. Ooh, I kind of want to redraw these characters in the back. I just read it from the Internet Archive. I couldn't find it anywhere else. Okay, I'm gonna do the classic Lexin and redraw these characters in the back. You may think they look fine, but they're too detailed. I'm gonna watch this while you try to finish your portfolio. Okay. I will say, I think I'm gonna end the stream soon because I have to go somewhere. I'm going to the circus. Yay! But maybe a little bit longer. Like 15 minutes. Why does Basin kind of dislike Mao Mao? Probably because she doesn't really care about the rules. I don't really know. The circus. Yep. I'm going to a circus that my city is holding. Who's your favorite character? Lee Haku. I kind of get that. I think if I was in that universe, I would like Lee Haku. But I also like Jinshi. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can redraw these characters in a way that I like better. Because I was kind of coping when I did these. Yeah, you gotta finish your portfolio in the next 20 minutes. But I think the real goat is Momo's like adopted dad. Yeah, and Li Hua had some great character development, for sure. He's the only man Lakan respects. Yeah, I really like it when characters like parents have such intricate backstories. And I feel like this entire series is just like slowly unraveling everyone's generational trauma. Don't you think it's crazy how like the son, Lakan's adopted son, looks exactly like him even though they're like he's adopted? Someone caught his vibe and it's like, these two need to be together. Are they related by blood? I forget. Is that like Momo's cousin or something? Nephew. just want to make these shapes simpler. Let me see. How often do I stream? I think the last time was like several months ago. But I've been wanting to do it since then, and I just haven't. So if you guys enjoy this, then I'll just keep doing it because I like doing it too. I have a lot of stuff to work on. Okay. I'll stream more in the future. Her bangs are so ugly. What the fuck? Oh, what the heck? She's supposed to be the cute one. I mean, look at them. What is wrong with them? Maybe I'll make them a little bit longer. I can say that because I have a middle part with bangs. So do I ship Mamo and Jinchi? Yeah, I think they deserve each other. The ending might be bittersweet. Uh-oh. As long as neither of them die. She's basically employing like the doomed yaoi approach but with straight people. And I respect that. If more heterosexual people wrote wrote their romances like that, I would probably be more into it. I also like how in this story it's very gendered in that like being a woman is like a big deal, like a big part of Momo's like whole past and history and story. And if she was a guy, actually the entire story would be completely different. I don't know where I'm going with that. But basically sometimes I think that... What do I even think? How do I even articulate what I'm thinking? Okay, I usually don't like stories like... Yeah, I I looked up what genre this is, and it seems like most people say that it's a seinen, which is for adult men, which is so weird. I mean, it's a story for everyone, but I feel like it's definitely more josei, like for adult women. What about this story appeals to adult men? I'm just so curious. What's my favorite anime? I think it's Soul Eater. I think I watched Soul Eater and it changed my brain chemistry as a child. Should I do these? Should I do... Bocchi the Rock. I mean, I can totally see it with series like cute girls doing cute things, like Bocchi the Rock, K-On, Lucky Star. But Apothecary Diaries? Where it's like about concubines and prostitutes and Mama being a girl boss. I feel like it's targeted towards girls who like want to see a strong female main character. Yep, that is true. Seeing that is like a girl who mainly watches shonen. I guess Apothecary Diaries gives like true crime vibes, and like I feel like women really love true crime. I don't, but I'm drawing the connecting the dots here. Oh wait, I forgot to do those characters. Bochi was good, but I did complain a lot about Bochi's character. But then I got past it. I was like, okay, I get it. I see what they're trying to do. The most INFP character put on Earth. Tips to color pale skin. Well, just don't add too much contrast. I noticed in a lot of paintings of like characters who are meant to be beautiful, like the skin barely has anything going on and everything else is super detailed. Wow, you finished your portfolio so fast. Congrats. Now I can end stream guilt-free. I will do that right after I finish drawing these characters. Okay, I think that's enough. I'll clean it up later. Off to the circus I go. Okay, bye guys. Thank you for hanging out. Let's see, when is the next time I could potentially stream? Possibly tomorrow evening.